Right now, sitting in your driveway, your engine is paying the price for a decision you made at the pump 3 months ago. Tiny deposits, invisible, silent, and cumulative, are coating your fuel injectors, not because you bought cheap gas, because you bought gas from a brand that spent more on a logo redesign than on their entire detergent additive program. There are 12 brands in the United States that actually invested in fuel chemistry that works. Independent labs verified it. Ford, Honda, and Mercedes-Benz endorsed it. Today I'm ranking every single one from the brand you should avoid at almost all costs to the one that automotive engineers keep recommending in closed-door forums when they think nobody's watching. Pay attention. Your engine already is. Number 12. Circle K. Here is the number that matters. EPA minimum detergent treat rate is 1x. Top-tier certification requires 5 buys. Circle K's standard grade fuel, sold across more than 7,000 U.S. locations, consistently tests at or near the regulatory floor. That is not an opinion. That is a chemistry measurement. Circle K is one of the largest fuel retailers in the country by volume. That scale is precisely why this ranking matters. Millions of fill-ups every week. Millions of engines receiving minimum legal protection, while the branding, bright, modern, trustworthy looking, implies something the additive data simply doesn't support. Circle K is not top-tier certified. They have never been top-tier certified. And unlike brands that built a campaign explaining why they chose a different certification path, Circle K offers no explanation. The silence is the answer. If you're filling up at Circle K because it's convenient, you are not being scammed on price. You are being scammed on chemistry. That second kind of scam is slower, quieter, and far more expensive in the long run. Number 11. Speedway was acquired by 7-Eleven in 2021 in a $21 billion transaction. The branding changed. The fuel chemistry didn't. Speedway holds no top-tier certification on their regular or mid-grade products. Their premium grade inches closer to the threshold, but the vast majority of Speedway customers, like the vast majority of drivers everywhere, pump regular 87 octane. That fuel delivers EPA minimum chemistry, nothing more. What separates Speedway from Circle K, marginally, is tank maintenance consistency. EPA underground storage tank inspection data shows Speedway's contamination incident rate is slightly lower, meaning the fuel you receive is closer to the fuel that was originally delivered. That is a very low bar. That is Speedway at number 11. Number 10. Sunoco. Sunoco's reputation is built on racing fuel. That reputation is real, and Sunoco has supplied NASCAR and IndyCar for decades. The question is whether that motorsport legacy translates to the 87 octane you're pumping on a Tuesday morning. It translates partially. Sunoco's fuel additive package sits above the EPA minimum. Their detergent concentration, particularly in their Ultra 93 premium grade, reaches levels that measurably reduce injector deposits over 10,000 miles of driving. Independent testing from the American Automobile Association confirmed deposit reduction in Sunoco premium fuel. The reason Sunoco sits at number 10 rather than higher is certification inconsistency. Sunoco's top-tier status applies to select grades at select locations, not uniformly across the full network. You need to know which grade qualifies at which station. Most drivers don't. Most drivers shouldn't have to. A fuel program that requires homework to use correctly is not a fuel program built around the customer. 9. Marathon Petroleum is one of the largest domestic refining operations in the United States. Their refining scale matters because quality control at large refineries with standardized additive injection systems tends to be more consistent than smaller independent blenders. Marathon is top-tier certified. Across all grades, their detergent package meets the standard. Where Marathon earns a middle-of-the-pack ranking rather than a top 5 position is in treat rate headroom. Meeting the certification minimum is different from exceeding it. Marathon meets it. Their formula is engineered to clear the bar, not to obliterate it. That's a business decision, not an engineering failure. But it means the brands ranked above them are delivering measurably more protective chemistry per gallon. Marathon's real strength is network reliability. Fuel from a Marathon-branded station in Georgia tests nearly identically to fuel from a Marathon station in Wisconsin. Consistency is underrated. An excellent fuel delivered inconsistently is worse than a good fuel delivered reliably. Number 8. Phillips 66. Phillips 66 is often overlooked in conversations about fuel quality. That oversight costs drivers money. Phillips 66 is top-tier certified. Their detergent additive system, branded internally as the Polycare formula, sits notably above the certification minimum. AA testing on engine intake valve deposits, one of the most accurate proxies for real-world fuel performance, showed Phillips 66 producing approximately 19% fewer deposits than non-certified fuels over a simulated 100,000-mile equivalent test. That number is not from Phillips 66's marketing department. That number comes from AAA's independent laboratory. Phillips 66 sits at number 8 rather than higher for one reason: geographic availability. Their network is concentrated in the Midwest and Mountain West. If you live outside those regions, this ranking is partially theoretical for you. If you live inside them, Phillips 66 deserves more of your business than it currently receives. Number 7. Valero. Valero operates the largest independent petroleum refining system in the United States. Independent in this context means not integrated with a major oil producer. Valero buys crude, refines it, and sells it under their brand. That independence creates an unusual dynamic. Their profitability depends almost entirely on refining margin, which creates a structural incentive to invest in what happens inside the refinery. Valero is top-tier certified. Their additive package is consistent across grades. But Valero's most important quality attribute is something rarely discussed in consumer circles: corrosion inhibitor concentration. Fuel that is clean on deposit chemistry but weak on corrosion inhibitors will still degrade fuel system metal components over years of use. Valero's corrosion inhibitor treat rate tests among the highest of any mid-tier brand in the top-tier program. For high-mileage vehicles with older fuel system components, Valero's chemistry profile is genuinely protective in ways that brands with better marketing and weaker corrosion inhibitors are not. 6. Chevron introduced Techron in 1995. That is not a branding exercise. Techron is a specific polyether amine-based detergent compound, PEA, and PEA is the gold standard of fuel system cleaning chemistry. It doesn't just prevent deposits, it removes existing deposits from fuel injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers. The science is documented. Toyota's engine engineering division has referenced Techron specifically in their fueling recommendations. BMW's North American Consumer Guidance lists Chevron as a preferred brand. These are not paid endorsements. These are engineering teams making chemistry-based recommendations. Chevron is top-tier certified across all grades at all U.S. locations. Their treat rate significantly exceeds the certification minimum. The reason Chevron sits at number 6 rather than higher is simple: their national network has gaps. In major portions of the Southeast and parts of the Northeast, Chevron-branded stations are sparse. Excellent fuel that requires a detour is less useful than good fuel that's accessible. Geography is a real constraint. Number 5. Shell's V-Power Nitaro Plus Premium Gasoline is the most technically documented consumer fuel formula sold at scale in the United States. Shell has published third-party testing data. The formula contains 5 active ingredient classes: deposit control detergents, friction modifiers, corrosion inhibitors, antioxidants, and metal deactivators. No other consumer fuel brand at equivalent scale addresses all 5 degradation pathways simultaneously in a documented, independently verified formula. That is a meaningful technical distinction. Shell is top-tier certified across all grades. Their standard 87 octane sits well above the certification minimum. V-Power Nitaro Plus tests among the highest PEA concentration of any retail fuel sold in the United States. Ferrari, BMW, and Porsche have all referenced Shell V-Power in their official owner documentation as a recommended fuel. When sports car manufacturers with no financial relationship with Shell direct their customers toward it, that is credible third-party validation. Shell ranks at number 5 rather than higher because of pricing and network consistency. V-Power Nitro Plus carries a premium that is real and justified, but most drivers don't use it consistently. A great fuel used 20% of the time protects less effectively than a very good fuel used 100% of the time. Number 4. Mobil Exxon and Mobil merged in 1999. What the merger preserved, fortunately, was the Mobil fuel chemistry program. The stronger of the 2 legacy additive systems, Mobil's Synergy Fuel platform performs with independently verified deposit control that consistently places in the top tier of third-party lab testing. The GM Dexos Fuel Quality Standard, one of the most stringent OEM fuel certification programs in North America, lists Mobil as a certified supplier. GM's fuel chemistry team developed Dexos requirements around real-world engine durability data. Achieving that certification isn't marketing. It's chemistry passing engineering scrutiny. Mobil's network coverage is extensive. Availability is rarely the constraint. What keeps Mobil at number 4 is the gap between their standard and premium grades. Their 87 octane, while above top-tier minimum, doesn't reach the same concentration levels as their Mobil Supreme premium product. If you're buying regular Mobil, you're getting a very good fuel. If you're buying Mobil Supreme, you're getting a great one. The difference matters over 100,000 miles. Number 3, KWIKT RIP. This ranking surprises people. It shouldn't. Quick Trip is a Midwestern regional chain with approximately 800 locations across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. They are not a global energy company. They do not have a billion-dollar marketing budget. What they have is a fuel program that has consistently outperformed national brands in independent regional quality audits. Quick Trip is top-tier certified. Their detergent treat rate sits significantly above the certification minimum. The critical differentiator is their supply chain control. Quick Trip owns their transport fleet, conducts quality testing at the terminal level before fuel is loaded, and performs secondary testing at the pump level quarterly. No major national chain does all three. The result is a consistency profile that is exceptional. The fuel you pump at Quick Trip in La Crosse tests nearly identically to fuel at their location in Rochester. For drivers in their region, Quick Trip's quality-to-price ratio is arguably the best on this entire list. The problem is that most people reading this don't live in their region. 2. Sinclair's, the oldest continuously operating brand on this list. Founded in 1916, the green dinosaur logo, and a fuel program that most national brands quietly benchmark against and rarely outperform. Sinclair's DynoCare additive system is top-tier certified and has been for over a decade without interruption. Their PEA concentration in all grades, including standard 87 octane, is among the highest in independent comparative testing. The University of Wisconsin Engine Research Center, in a study not commissioned by Sinclair, identified their fuel as producing the lowest intake valve deposit accumulation of any nationally available brand included in the analysis. That result deserves repetition, not their premium grade, their standard grade. The fuel most customers buy most of the time, performing at the top of a field that includes brands with 10 times the marketing budget. Sinclair ranks at number 2 because their network is limited, concentrated in the Mountain West and parts of the Midwest. For drivers in those regions, there is almost no logical reason to fill up anywhere else at similar pricing. For everyone else, number 1 is your target. Enough for one Costco clan Sidener. This is the answer that frustrates people who want the answer to be a recognizable gasoline brand. It isn't. Costco's Kirkland Signature Fuel is top-tier certified. That's the baseline. What separates it is the combination of chemistry and price that no comparable retailer has replicated at scale. Costco sources fuel from major refineries. In many markets, the same refinery supplying Shell, Chevron, and Mobil, and adds their proprietary Kirkland Signature detergent package at the terminal level before distribution. That additive system has been independently tested multiple times. The results are consistent. Kirkland's Signature fuel deposits fewer intake valve deposits than the EPA minimum by approximately 76%. Top-tier minimum requires 5x the EPA baseline. Kirkland Signature tests significantly above that. The Consumer Reports Fuel Quality Assessment ranked Costco highest for the combination of certified additive quality, price consistency, and storage tank integrity. Costco's underground storage tank replacement schedule is more aggressive than any major national chain by a documented margin. Here's the part that ends the argument. Costco fuel consistently sells for 10 to 25 cents per gallon below surrounding market price. You are paying less money for measurably better chemistry. That combination does not exist anywhere else on this list. It does not exist among the brands that didn't make this list either. The math runs in one direction only. Why this truly matters. A 10,000-mile study by AAA measured deposit accumulation in engines running exclusively on non-top-tier certified fuel versus top-tier certified fuel. Engines on non-certified fuel accumulated 19 times more deposit buildup on fuel injectors. 19 times, not 19 times. 19 times. Fuel injector cleaning service costs between $60 and $150. Fuel injector replacement costs between $300 and $1,200, depending on the vehicle. These costs accumulate over years, quietly, without announcing themselves until something fails. The brands ranked 7th to number 1 are not charging you dramatically more per gallon. The price difference between a top-tier certified station and a non-certified one is often 2 to 8 cents per gallon. On a 15-gallon fill-up, that is $1.20. The cost of a single injector cleaning service will pay for top-tier fuel for years of fill-ups. This is not complicated math. It is being obscured by branding, by station familiarity, and by the reasonable assumption that a large company with a professional logo is selling you something worth buying. Check top-tier gas. Come before your next fill-up. Find certified brands in your area. Use them consistently. Your engine doesn't have an opinion about brand loyalty. It has an opinion about chemistry. It has been trying to tell you something for years.